This lemon fault line cake is probably one of my most requested decorating styles. It was really intimidating at first, but it's actually pretty easy to do once you get the method down. So I just wanted to show you guys the process. You'll start off by piping a layer of buttercream in the middle of the cake after crumb coating it. Smooth that out. It does not have to be perfect because you're going to be covering it with the lemon slices. So at this point, I just started off by doing one whole circle and then two half circles and then alternating that pattern back and forth. Now, I do want to recommend to cut your lemons in advance, like several hours in advance, and lay them out on a paper towel to kind of start soaking up some of that moisture. And then before you put them on, pat them dry really good. So these are actually fresh lemons. And the reason you want to make sure to get that excess liquid off is it will start to make the buttercream dissolve if there's too much of it, and it won't stick to the cake. So once you get your lemons put on, then you'll pipe a really thick layer of buttercream above the lemon slices and then right below. So I like to pipe over them just a little bit to kind of cover up the edges. And you can kind of move the piping bag around a little bit too to make it not perfectly straight. But really the most important thing here is that you get a nice thick layer of buttercream above and below the lemons. So that way when you start the process of scraping, you're not going to be hitting the lemons with the scraper. So at this point, I'm just kind of working around to smooth everything out. And then I move on to the plastic scraper at this point because it was working better for me. Lemon buttercream can be a little bit challenging to get smooth because I use real lemon zest in my frosting. And so those little pieces can kind of pick up a little bit. So I'm just getting it as smooth as I can without taking too much of the frosting off because, again, you want it to look like those lemons are just naturally resting in there. So now I'm going to smooth out the top, scrape off the edges, and then using my offset spatula, I'll just form a little bit of a swirl at the top here. And then I top it with lemons and then some greenery.